Howdy, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is where you are. And we're here. We're here for another video. What am I going to watch? Gosh. Do we look at this guy? Yeah. It's too tempting. Lee Meakin, 3.38k subscribers. Not bad. Doing better than me. I'm 43. I'm broke. I'm exhausted. I want change. I thought we were going to move away from the UK dystopian nightmare footage, but this might just turn into a UK dystopian nightmare channel, to be honest. And, a few other things as well.
I am 43. I'm broke.
Oh, God. Oh, God. I feel this guy's pain. Just being broke sucks, you know? Everyone out there knows. And most people watching this, if you are watching this, could well be broke. I mean, it's not a guarantee. There are people who are doing okay in this world. But there's an awful lot of people who are not.
And I'm absolutely exhausted. Like, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
God, just everything. This guy is like beaten up. I don't know if this is like the way to a successful video, but I mean, I'm not here to judge, but I mean, he's down and out. I mean, people like watching it, I guess, but I don't think it will blow up. I'm so down and out. My life is terrible. Please watch my video.
And I just don't know what to do with myself anymore. I don't know what to do with myself. Over the last couple of weeks, I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube, and this kind of content has been popping up. So I thought I'd, say my bit as well. Get involved in the conversation and try and shine a light on, I don't know, what would you call it? Like the plight of the millennial?
It's dystopian UK nightmare is what I would call it.
So yeah, let me tell you, I guess, like, where do I start? Let me tell you a bit about myself, I suppose. 43, I've worked since I was 15. I've never not had a job.
Yeah, it's a running theme, isn't it? You can work your whole life now. You can earn like what might have been a decent wage, but at this point, no, it's not a decent wage.
I've always worked. Like, we was lied to when we were at school. I was a kid of the 80s. I was born in the 80s and grew up in the 90s, and times were amazing. Like, I always tell, I've got 3 boys, and I always tell my boys, like, you missed out, man. Like, your child.
The hell? You're telling your kid you missed out like you're in the shit now. Oh my god.
Childhood is going to be something that you remember, but I honestly believe that the
I mean, that's half the struggle, isn't it? I mean, he's got kids, and kids are supposed to be a joy in your life, but actually, he's broke, he's exhausted, he's drained, he's got nothing fun. He's got what he's supposed to have, the kids, the family, but it's just, yeah, I mean, I am very much like, I think people should have kids and everything, but I just, when you're gonna be like this, really, I mean, is it worth it? You got to at least be financially secure before you do it. Like super financially secure these days.
80s into the 90s was the best couple of decades in history. It was amazing. I was a kid, and I grew up like climbing walls, running across people's garages, hedge hopping. I don't know if you remember that, hedge hopping. Knock door run, playing tricks on people. There was this one game I can't remember what it was called, but you used to run down the street. Your mate would open all the gates on this street, and then you'd run down after him and slam the gates shut. I can't remember what it was called. I remember doing that once, and the gate didn't actually slam shut. The gate swung around and hit me in the shins full force. So of course I'm on the floor in agony, and the old woman comes out and starts screaming at me, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm really sorry," laughing, but also like in excruciating pain as well. And I grew up being told, go to school, get a job, like get your education, go to college. Like it was just assumed you'd go to college. There wasn't really much talk of university when I was younger. But the plan for me was always go into mechanics, but I never did very well academically. Like, in fact, I did quite shit. So really only had the opportunity to sell my labor, sell my time.
But you can you can still develop skills when you're selling your labor, right? You can improve. So he's been working 43 years and hopefully developed a skill, but evidently not. He hasn't been able to progress. And I mean, that's something honestly I resonate with, like not being able to progress anywhere because it's difficult and no one's going to help you. It doesn't feel like anyone wants you to progress.
That's all changed now. Like I have self-awareness and, accountability, and I can see where I went wrong retrospectively, but we were never taught these things at school. Like we were.
Tell you where I went wrong. I was busy partying and going on holidays when I should have been sticking all that money in Nvidia or Palantir, you know? If you'd have just done that, but who knows that? Like no one I ever spoke to, like ever, like not on the news I watched, like the TV. I wasn't like searching a lot on the internet, but I never once heard of Nvidia and Palantir and all of that.
Lied to as a generation. We were told to do these things and that you'd do all right. Go to school, get a job.
You could have been told at any opportunity about Nvidia, Palantir, or like countless stocks that have just done exceptionally well. Like semiconductor stocks, whatever it is. Data centers are a bit of a new thing, I guess, but um yeah. I mean, no one has even mentioned the word stocks really in my education until I like until the internet. I would guess the internet had kicked off already before that, but it took me like a long time to still stumble into it.
Save money, buy a house, get married, have some kids. Like that was the utopian dream.
He's got it. He's got the utopian dream. And how does he feel? Look at those eyes. How does that guy look to you? Gosh, like I've just froze it on like the perfect scene. He looks empty, man. This guy looks empty. He's got 3 kids and a wife. He's got a job. He's empty.
Own your castle. And it's gotten harder and harder and harder. Now, I've managed to do those things. I went to school, didn't do very well, didn't go to college. I chose not to go in the end. I can't remember why. But we moved from where I was born and where I grew up to up north in Shropshire through a marriage, which, the less said about that situation, the better, I guess, after 20 years. But decided not to go to college and study mechanics. Don't think I'd have got on the course anyway had I had actually gone to the meeting. But just
He's very down about his chances, isn't he? Like in anything, he's like, no one would give me anything. Even if I went, I wouldn't get it. Like maybe he's capable. Maybe he had that belief at some point.
started to sell my time at 16. Previously, I worked at KFC for a couple of years. But, started before I should have. But that was what it was back then. You could work on a market or get a paper round.
Bro could have stayed at KFC. This is the thing. You can actually do like well out of something like KFC and McDonald's and whatever. Like if you stay there and like you progress, you become management. You'd be sitting pretty right now.
And for cash in hand and stuff like that. But this, like, I'm almost talking out of both sides of my mouth now, because I'm gonna say that the system is rigged against you, which it is, but also you have the ability to do well for yourself. Like, I always tell my oldest son, if I had your talent with my knowledge, I'd be a millionaire by the time I was 20. You know.
So you've got your brain, your kid's got his talent, make him a millionaire, then you'll be a millionaire, right?
Because he's massive. He's like 120 kilos, second row rugby player. He's been picked for North Mids. Like, he's an absolute machine. And I sit back and I see him, slightly unfit, he doesn't really make the effort to focus on the stuff that rugby players, in my opinion, should do outside of rugby. Like eating clean, going to the gym. He does go to the gym, like he's massive and he can do a game and he smashes people and all the rest of it. But I'm like, can you imagine if you just given that extra 10%? So, everything I said, you how can I put this? Had I known now what I knew, had I knew then what I...
You shouldn't be giving your son a choice. You know what I mean? You let the child choose. He's not going to choose wisely. You're a 43-year-old bloke. You should be dictating. You shouldn't be giving them a choice.
Now, I would have done a lot better. But the system is rigged against you. Like, in the last 5 years, I've learned more about money, which we don't get taught in schools. Like, we're told to go into society and be productive members of society, but we're not given the rule book to the game. Like, we're supposed to figure it out on our own.
Especially in the UK. Like, stocks are very American, and there's a lot of people who have done very well. I know even Americans won't all get into it, but it doesn't exist in like anybody's brain around here.
And how many people when they leave school to the time they start, I don't know, buying a house or building a family, how many of us have got the knowledge about savings and investments and banking and how money works and where it comes from and what inflation is? Like, none of us. Like, we probably don't even give a shit. We just want to go to work, earn the money, go out on a Saturday night, piss it all up the wall, feel shit on Sunday, and then start again next week. We were sold an idea of a society that I believe benefited the people that wrote the rule book.
We can agree on that for sure. For sure. You got your Rockefellers, your Rothschilds, and supposedly a few other families who just dominate the globe. Like, you got all those WEF, World Economic Forum, blooming Davos, all them lot. Ugh. They are trying to keep you down for sure.
And we're all we're all minions. We're all part of the machine to help grow their wealth. And like, I'm now 43 and I'm washed out, man. Like, I go to work and here's what, and it annoys me because, what is that? A bird with a big long tail. I can't remember the called. Up in the tree watching me. It's annoying that I'm so tired because I've got 3 kids and I want to spend time with them, but I get up at 6 a.m, I leave the house, I drive wherever. Like, today I'm driving to Stoke, which is an hour and a half away, but I could be driving to Ipswich or Grimsby, which is like 4 hours, 5 hours, even 7 hours sometimes, just to get to my place of work. That's exhausting enough. Then I do a day's shift and then I drive home. I'm knackered. I want to spend time with the kids, but I hate myself for it because I get home and I'm like, oh, I'm just so tired. I just want to sit down.
Wonder what he does. I wonder what he eats. I mean, stuff can be changed, but like, no matter how clean you eat, like some of these jobs just wipe you out,
Or I need to chill out. I need to like defrazzle my brain. So I'll paint a Warhammer or I'll play City Skylines, which isolates me then from the family. So they're like, well, you go to work, you come home, you go up to the bedroom, and I'm like, so I see it from both sides, but I need to recoup for the next day, and I just wonder how people do it. Like, I wonder how people, I pay for the gym, and when I do actually get to go, I get there and I see like, 40, 50-year-olds there, jacked arms, proper swole arms. Yeah, that's
what you got to do, man. You got to try and hit those reps. That's what I'm doing.
I don't know, youthic term, swole. And I'm like, how the fuck has this guy got time to build arms like that? How has he got the money to be able to offset the time that I have to go to work to earn extra money? And I get like envious, but also I'm like, fair play to him. I was listening to a podcast the other day.
Just start lifting, bro. Like, if you're not like in a physical job which makes you jacked already, like, surely you have the energy to get yourself jacked. You know what I mean? And then, like, yeah, it becomes a habit. Like, I wonder if this guy's ever lifted. I mean, his son lifts. His son goes down to gym. Like, just lift, man. Like, what are you eating? Like, what is your job? Like, he's got a van. I don't know what he does. I wonder if he's got anything here. But dad guilt, my dad guilt, finding myself, stop pretending. How many videos has he got? He's got 34 videos. I got monetized in 2 weeks. Yeah, nice one. That is good.
I am 43.
Wait.
He's been picked for North Mids. An idea of
Quite a bit.
I'll do it. Like, I wonder how people, I pay for the gym, and when I how has he got the money to be? I'm just like, what are we doing so wrong? What am I doing so wrong? Like, I'm having my first break at 10 o'clock, And I'm at this point in my life where I'm just like, what am I doing? What am I achieving? I'm completely lost. I'm out at sea, totally rudderless. I'm trying to achieve so much, but really doing nothing. I've tried to build podcasts. I've tried YouTube channels. I've tried getting fit. And again, all this I'm saying out of both sides of my mouth because I know I'm accountable to myself. I have the self-awareness to go, well, you're not going to get fit unless you go for a run. You're not going to get fit unless you go to the gym. But after, a day's work, I can't be asked. I really can't.
Depends if it's physical or not. If you sat behind a desk, I'd, of course, go down the gym.
I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is go and fucking squat, deadlift 140 kilos. Like, I fall asleep. Seriously. So, I don't know what I'm doing. I should have it. We're told we should have figured it out.
When you get to that stage in your life, you're 43, you don't know what you're doing. Like, YouTube is an excellent choice, so at least try and get involved. I'm not saying it's easy to like make a decent channel and get monetized or anything, but he's at least trying something out that like people do and get a lot of money from. So that's one thing. And a lot of people are trying that, like me, yours truly. But like he's got the 3 kids. Like where can he squeeze that extra cash out? Like that's it. That's his problem. He's broke. He is broke. You know what I mean? Like, how are you gonna improve your life when you can't squeeze anything more out of it? So he's destined for resentment, unhappiness, unless he can get his YouTube channel pumping. That is his chance. I'm gonna get going here, folks. So thanks a lot for watching if you made it, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.